Are we on? And we are on. Welcome to Salette Rugby. We just finished up a historic varsity game, 43-17 against Penn. And now the JV is playing Penn. JV Salette's playing Penn. I'm Elijah Hall, and I'm with Malachi Martin. Malachi, how are you?
Well, I'm just as cold as I was before, although I'm a lot more happy now that we beat Penn. Anyways, JV is facing off Penn, as Elijah said, and waiting for the ref to do whatever he's doing right now, counting off the players, I guess. Waiting for Brogan Hanlon to kick off the ball to start the game.
That's JV squad. They got quite the skill. We'll see if they have the. Oh, they got athleticism. Oh, that was a pretty good drop kick for it. I'm speechless.
Little orange scrum cap couldn't catch the ball.
Well, Penn will retain it. They did. I thought it went out of bounds, but I guess it didn't. So I guess there's something to say about that. But in any case, yeah, Penn will retain possession of the ball inside their own 22. They'll get it out to the backs, to the forwards. Big man. Yeah, it looks like they're having some hard time bringing him down. He'll yoink it outside. Oh, intercepted by Joey C. That's Joseph Cadano. He'll get tackled. I lost sight of Zeke Mendoza. Trying to Mandoze his way in there. Can't quite get there. Gets to the number 1. Quinn Murray to Hodal to Benny Garno, I think. He's breaking tackles left and right, and he'll put down a try. Benedict Garno from somewhere in Michigan.
As the broadcaster said several years ago, Michael McCollum Blaze Laronia, famously, they once told us that the first try is the most important try of a game, and Salette smashed that in decently quickly. So, you know, if that's indicative of anything else that's going to happen in this game, I have very high hopes for this game.
1 minute into the game, we already have a try. Now, isn't that splendid? Now, it's going to be kind of a hard kick for Owen Whitehead's the kicker. Well, I'll be a sea monkey's uncle. I guess he's been doing okay. I've heard that he's made quite a few kicks, even if he has missed a few. But, hey, what can you do? Everyone misses a few kicks now and then.
Ooh. It was straight. He overcompensated for the win, and it was no good. Anyways,
no bueno
he comes back, and Salette sets up to receive the ball.
Jose Morelos, the JV manager, will receive the kicking tee as he runs back with the Waters.
Anyway, speaking of people working for the rugby team, we have Ian Fahey right above us filming, so all that great film that you're getting is from Ian Fahey. We have William Marine running the computer and doing all that media stuff. Not exactly sure what he does, but good stuff. And then we have Simon Cook, who's managing for the rugby team as well. So, you know, all these additions to our beautiful team. And then we have Gordon Bornos, who's tapping my foot, asking for a call-out. So there it is. There you go, Gordon.
Here's the kick. Oh, Whitehead will receive it. Yoink it right on back.
Ooh, that was a powerful kick.
Number 21 looks like he's got some speed. Holds it out.
Holding like a hot potato,
Ooh,
but he keeps possession.
Somebody. That was surprising. He got somewhere. Now he gets to the forwards. Nice tackle. Little blue scrum cap. He'll pass it out to the backs. Here's number 10. Taking it into contact. Nice tackle from Benedict Blood. Also from Michigan somewhere. He gets to the number 12. He'll drift halfway across the field before getting tackled, gaining about 2 meters forwards and 48 meters sideways. And it looks like a little bit of a knock-on and a little foul, well, not foul play, but what would you call it? A little mishap?
Definitely
mistake.
A little mishap.
Little mistake.
Yep, in the A-side game, we definitely saw a lot of scrums throughout the game, you know, lots of knock-ons and penalties and whatnot. You know, this is this the first scrum of the game? First scrum, so, you know, it's, I think we definitely got a little bit further in the game this time than we did in the A-side before a scrum. Anyways, it'll still be interesting. You know, the A-side definitely had some very powerful scrums, got low, so, you know, maybe the B-side can do just as well. I definitely think that they have it in them. Anyways, they crouch, they bind, they set. They do act. That's a pretty good scrum, a little bit higher.
For JV.
Pretty powerful. Yeah. They're keeping their spot.
Brogan
Sam Green.
Brogan Handle will take it in. Pop pass to Anthem. Kind of runs into some traffic in Chicago. It'll be a whistle, and the sir calls timeout. Anthem will slowly get back on the field. Looks like he's just walking off a little limp. Wassett will get the penalty. Sam Green playing 9. Looks like he's going to kick it before they give it to Owen Whitehead.
Ooh,
He goes high.
powerful boot.
Well, he tried to catch it. Wasn't quite there, though. It'll be a Salette line down at around the 10-meter line. Pretty good kick from Owen Whitehead.
Yeah, it's a powerful leg that he's got. I mean, he did have the wind helping him just a little bit, but not that much. That's definitely a powerful leg that he's got there. It's the making of a great kicker right there. Anyways, it'll be Salette's line out. Looks like Joey C. will be throwing the line out, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm not. All right. They crouch, they bind, they jump up, I guess is what you say. Oh, is that? Nope. Sam Green?
Not straight. Same thing happened to Penn forward in the first line of the game for the varsity. Not straight, probably because of the wind.
Yeah, I mean, this time the wind's going a little bit against him, so he probably just overcompensated and got that penalty. But, I mean, oh, my goodness. If you want to just, like, scroll back just a little bit in the time, Sam Green passing that as soon as he got it off the lineout, that was a pretty athletic-looking pass. And he even, like, froze for a second, like, you know, Spider-Man kind of move there. Anyways, it'll be a scrum for Penn. They crouch. They bind. And they set. It's kind of a savage like sequence of words. Crouch, bind, set.
Crouch, bind. Oh, 8-man pick.
Yeah, Penn likes to do that a lot. On the A side, they definitely did that.
Tackle from Joey C. He's getting his name called out a lot. Sounds like you do good stuff. Joey C again. And Anthem Hodal.
And we also see Zeke Mendoza looking for some business. He wants to go in and crush some people.
Oh,
nice a kickoff to Brogan. Gets taken down.
He got the twirly-whirly.
A little orange scrum cap is there to try to steal the ball, but no good. Anyway, Sam Green gets it, passes it out to Zeke. A little bit of a fumble pass to JP.
Here's Patrick McDonald. Pass out to James. James back from roll down the field. Oh, he just gave a little pat on the back.
Broke
this
through
ain't two
1,
hand,
2, 3,
this
4.
ain't two-hand touch, brother. What is he doing? Okay, he'll score. At first, I thought he was going to run out the back there, but an amazing try, nonetheless.
No, with the Agbaps, if they're doing anything different, you can definitely rest assured that they're going to do it the most epical way.
It almost looked like he tripped and like fell on his knees and scored, but hey, I think he meant to do that.
No, he definitely meant to do that. It's James. He definitely just wanted to go with a bit of a bang, go with some style.
Oh,
anyways, it's an easy kick. Once again, if you were watching the A side, you'd know that wherever you place the ball down in the try zone, you kick in line with that. So if you're off on the side, then you'd have to kick the ball from the side. But since James ran all the way to the center, it was an easy kick for Owen Whitehead. Sends it right through. 2 more points for Salette, bringing the score up to 12-0.
So far, pretty eventful game on the lost side of Salette. A lot of good runs. We had right now we just got a good mix of both. We got a missed conversion and a made conversion. We had a forward try and now we got a back try. And so we'll see how Penn can turn on something against this. See if they can do anything about it.
Once again, this is JV. You know, it's kind of developmental for varsity, so it's not supposed to be like A side. You know, so we're definitely seeing a lot of good stuff. We're definitely seeing exactly what we want to on a JV field, and then some. With JP Agbaparone taking it in and then offloading it at the last second.
To unknown human being number 2.
Sam Green has definitely gotten a lot better as a scrum half. He can read the field a little bit better now. He can pass it off when he needs to and get it to somebody who can kick like that. JP chasing. Although it's turned into a bit of a kicking game. They kick it into touch.
And looks like they'll kick it right back into touch. They lost Salette. Line out. We're directly at the 50-meter line. Phenomenal. Quite splendid. Ita.
Number 7, Joey C. going in for the lineout once again. Let's see what he can do with this one. It seems like the wind has died down, so maybe he can take advantage of that. He gets it. He throws it up.
Oh.
It's a little bit of a squirrely-whirly, but Salette keeps possession of it. Sam Green whips it out to Brogan Hanlon, who then gets it to Anthem Hodal, JP, and then McDonald. All the way down to Marco Cruz.
Ooh, one
Who
hand.
sprints it in? That's a
Marco
fast man.
Cruz cuts back inside.
That was a fast hombre. Anyways, he goes down and he places it for Sam to take and then whip it out once again. Andrew Gross making a little action on the field.
JP says one flying. He thought that he was going to go that way, but he wasn't there. Anthem Hodal. Out to James again. James.
Oh, almost goes out. Looks like
just there.
Looks like the sir is calling his feet out. I didn't see that, but you know, whatever the sir says goes.
Maybe he had a little fragment of a centimeter on the line.
Anyways, we're joined here by David Solis, who's about to play just after this game. Pretty sure that'll be live streamed and broadcasted onto YouTube. If it's not, then it'll be up within the next couple minutes if you want to check that out. But for now, it's a Penn line out. And Penn keeps it.
We'll win. A little bit of scrum cap. Looks like they both want to go for the ball, but they let the red guy take it with the number 10. Looks like a team tackle, or more like a group tackle, or a group hug more like. And they all go to ground.
They're calling for right, but they go left anyways. Ooh, sneaky boys. And it looks like a bit of a knock-on.
That was right.
Well, for our defense, we were calling right, and it would have been their left. So they, yeah. It's very confusing. You got to know the calculus to compete in this game.
Yes, you got to put your two hands out, and whichever fingers make an L. That's the left side, right side. But then it's also opposite.
Yeah, both hands can make an L, so it's very confusing. Anyways, there'll be a scrum for La Salette. Sam Green holding onto the ball as La Salette crouches down, and they bind.
Nope, now they're crouched.
No, they were already pretty much crouching.
Oh, now they're binding.
And they set.
There you go. Yeah.
He bounces the ball off the flanker's head and pulls it back out the back.
Brogan
Hanley gets it off the handle.
JP Agbat Perone cuts his side, offloads to Brogan. Brogan gets it to James. James cuts his side, breaks some more tackles.
He offloads it to nobody in particular, but La Salette keeps it.
And what do you know? Patrick McDonald will keep it for La Salette. Here's
decent pass by Sam Green.
Garneau again. Benny fighting his way through, gaining some good meters. Brogan handling. They got some room out there. Owen doing some stutter steps, cut back inside. The loop-de-loo, loop-de-lie. Stopped just short. Kind of a bounce pass there. I thought those were only in basketball. Oh, whoops-a-daisies. Oh, that was a bit of an accident. Sir will call time off. Looks like there was a bit of a knock on there, but I guess it went backwards. Sir will call the captain over. Have a little chit-chat.
Probably going to call the tackling without wrapping, not going down with the tackled player. Anyways, definitely, aggressive and, moving back and forth. Lots of good motion on both sides of the field. Anyways, there will be a yellow card for that tackle, Rugby doesn't have any pads like football does, and, the rules definitely reflect that. It's a much safer game. So, there's really nothing to be every rule, every penalty has something to do with the safety of the players, and this sir is definitely not going to let any funny business go on. Anyways, La Salette will take the penalty.
Time's back on. Zeke Mendoza will take it in. The contact backs up. Fakes up the bag on Zeke Mendoza for the try. That's a big man from Texas right there, Zeke Mendoza.
Yeah, you could tell that he was just itching to make a big play, and this was his chance, and he definitely did it. He smashed through their line like a hot knife through butter.
I love how he ran in, then he turned his back to him and started backing up, and then just turned around and just kept running forward. And they didn't even see it coming.
Yeah, they kind of got rear-ended, and they got a little bit smashed backwards. Anyways, Owen Whitehead's going to take the kick.
Looks like it's more or less lined up.
Oh.
Off the post. That's just unlucky. Just a wee little bit. But there will be another try for La Salette. So far we got Zeke Mendoza's got one, Benny Garneau, and James Agbat Perot. Next you wonder who else will try to do a little something. Penn slowly making their way to the 50. Looks like the number 10 is the only one who's kind of enthusiastic. They're getting their positions.
Anyways, La Salette is all set up and ready to receive that kick. Number 10 drop kicks it. Doesn't actually go 10.
Yeah, it does. That went 10.
Well, it didn't. It hit the ground before it went 10. Anyways, they get it off. Anthem Hodal takes the run.
Anthem Hodal again. Releases the ball quick. Here's Patty McDonald. He'll gain some meters. Looks like they always like to break a tackle. Well, break 1 or 2 tackles before they go down. Here's Brogan. That's a JB to Zeke. Zeke to Marco. Turns on some speed. The hook pass. This isn't basketball, Marco. I'm sorry to say. You see, in basketball, that'd be genius. That'd be like a Luka Doncic play, and you'd get hailed, and everyone would love you, and someone would hit a 3. But no, this is rugby, and if you do that, you're getting benched. Actually, no, you don't get benched. Marco's too good to get benched. But you know, you get the hint. Don't do that. That's a big no-no.
Anyways, it leads to another scrum for Penn. So little blue scrum cap will hold the ball, wait for the crouch to bind the set. And there it is.
Oh, it looks like the number 9 really wanted to make sure that his players knew that the ball was going in the way he slammed that ball on top of him. Here's number 10. This is number 12. A little bit of a zigzag, zigger, zoog, zoog. And before he gets tackled down. And the servo call, not releasing. Wait, that's our penalty. Yes, sir. See what I did there?
Not exactly.
Never mind.
Oh.
I'm not as good as Gerard. Brogan Hanlon.
Calling it a professional. Brogan Hanlon boots it.
Just
sends it, and
well,
and it goes
they
out.
Can't catch.
Kind of bounces off their faces.
Thankfully, there's no stats for bouncing off faces. In any case, there's going to be a line out for La Salette. It wasn't going out, but luckily we had someone there to hit it out for us. Wait, they called it a scrum. Oh, they called the knock-on. What do you know? 2-in-1 combo. That's what we like.
Yeah, even just like the A side, this JV team is doing a great job with their scrums. Lots of power, and then even in the last scrum, it was Penn's scrum, but I could definitely see our hooker, Hugh Dvorak, getting his foot out there. He almost stole it, so it's definitely a good job on them. It was Sam Green, places the ball into the scrum, it's fed out the back. He grabs it and passes it off quickly to Brogan Hanlon.
Pop has to Anthem Hodal. Kind of spinner, spine down. No, he's still up. Nope, he's down now. He had a bunch of people around him, so it's kind of hard to see. Here's Brogan Hanlon out to JP Agbat-Perron. Pass to McDonald. Here's Marco. He's open. Marco Cruz. Open it down for the try. Marco Cruz por la gol de León, Mexico.
I don't know what language that was in, but it sounded pretty cool.
Mucho gusto, muchacho. In any case, Marco Cruz with some amazing strength of feet will score a try. And he had James out there if he needed him, but no, he didn't need James. He didn't need James.
Yeah, these past 2 tries, I've noticed that when La Salette gets up onto the right up on the try line, and they're about to pound it in, they like to use their backs and get it out to the wing to try to get it in from the corner. Whereas on the A side and other teams will try to just rumble it in, use their forward, and try to just smash it in at the same place over and over again. So I think that's some good thinking by our JV team. Anyways, I don't think that kick was good. Once again, the wind is brutal enemy today, at least for right now. And
it's quite windy, as it always is in Illinois, where everything is flat and depressing.
Yeah, we don't have the cornfields to protect us anymore. But anyways, the wind does bring that delightful smell of smoke in the air, some hickory and maybe a little bit of plastic. Anyways, the 10 drop kicks it, sends it to Brogan Hanlon.
Let's see what he tries to do with it.
Oh, offloads it to Pat McDonald, who no-look offloads it.
Andrew goes to pick it up, though. He'll cut inside, break a tackle. Kind of, though. Anthem Hodal.
It's good offload.
Joey C. Oh, the ankles. Oh, the ankles. They're all over the field. Looks like there's a bit of a, I don't know what's going on there. Oh, it looks like a turnover. Oh, man, Joey, see that move. Oh, my goodness. I could never see that one coming.
Oh, Andrew Gross takes it back.
He just
He gets up, rejects a tackle, passes it off coolly to Ben Blood. Ben Blood kind of dealing with a tackler, but he finally goes down.
Tried to get off, get the little pesky little guy out of me. Like, what are you doing here?
A little bit of a high pass, but JP recovers it. Gets it to McDonald. McDonald gets it out to the side. Oh, a little bit of a bounce pass. Quinn Murray grabs it and decides to smash into Little Orange Cap.
Oh, here's Cruz, and what do you know? All of a sudden, he's down. Now Salette will have to make it for some lost meters. Brogan Hannah will find a little gap. Does get tackled. That's a pretty good placement for him. McDonald. Oh! Says, fakes inside. Oh, breaks another one. Oh! Patrick McDonald. That's what you call domination. Anthony Hodal out to James. Here's James. He'll cut back inside. And he will. Solis tried to take his shirt off. He's not 5 years old. You don't need to change him anymore. Here's Brogan out to JP. JP launches it to McDonald. Oh, a little stutter step. Uploads to Hugh. Hugh gets sat down. All right. Now here's the rock kid. It looks like there's a penalty.
Looks like they were playing advantage for a little bit. It'll go back to an earlier penalty. Anyways, the Sir comes back over. And he'll call, waiting, loading.
High tackle.
High tackle.
You should have saw that one coming. Probably the one that when they tackled James is probably what they call the high tackle for.
Once again, the laws have changed in Illinois, so you have to tackle a little bit lower just to keep it a little bit more safe. Zeke Mendoza, big man, takes it in, smashes two people. Sam Green gives it to Anthem Hodal.
Down the field with a bag of ankles. Anthem Hodal, try. What a run.
You know, anybody else, I talk about their origin story and like how they went from, zero to hero, but Anthem Hodal has been at the top since his start.
Ever since freshman year.
Freshman year.
Oh man, when he played that St. Ignatius game, he was a sight to see.
Anyways, this will be definitely a difficult kick for Owen Whitehead, right up against the touch line, almost out of bounds.
Almost, but not quite.
Not quite, but.
Oh. If Owen hits this one, he will go down in the history as the one-hit wonder.
He sends it up, and almost.
Just squeaks outside. But that's okay. Because nobody cares. No one remembers the missed kicks. Everyone always remembers the made kicks. Well, most of the time. In any case, Salette just absolutely crushing right now. Score is 27-0. With a certain amount of time left, which I cannot see. Here's number 10. Goes about 10 meters and it will go into touch. What's the rule for that?
It looks like the Sir, maybe, just maybe. Looks like a line up to Salette.
Huh, I guess so.
Interesting call. It went just over Hugh Dvorak's head. Couldn't quite catch it. Anyways, Joey C will take the ball and throw the line out. Oh, a sneaky play.
Ooh. A good, I heard a whistle. Nod straight again, battling the wind. Yeah, the wind's a killer out here. I don't know, if you're in like some mountainous place, it's probably a bit easier to do your stuff, but not so in Illinois.
Yeah, it just takes a little bit more calibration, a little bit more mathematics. Anyways, there'll be a scrum for Penn yet again. Anyways, it looks like they're coming together. They're getting ready to crouch, bind, and set. They crouch and they bind, getting ready to set. Ooh, that's a nice set. Nice and low, powerful. Comes out the, 8-man pick.
They're being a bit tricksy now. Owen Whitehead, well. Oh, a nice tackle to touch from the other 8-man, Patrick McDonald. Good play. Good stuff. We also have a visitor from St. Mary's, Father Torzala, visiting the school over the weekend. It's nice to have him. And I guess here's another line out from Joseph Cadano.
He throws it this time. Oh, La Salette almost loses it, but we keep possession of it.
Brogan will kick. Woo!
That is quite a leg. Anyways,
bounces off the bench.
That's a good shot. That's 1 in 10,000, I think. Anyways, he gets it and it goes out, and it will be a line out.
Percentage. Precipitation. What does precipitation even mean?
Precipitation, like rain?
Rain.
Yeah.
What was the other word that sounds like it?
Precipitate. Precipitate. I don't know.
Someone said something else, but it was definitely not about rain. But in any case, it looks like there will be another line-out call, not straight, and another scrum for
La Salette this time. All right, Hugh Dvorak is getting ready to show his stuff as hooker. He's ready to just slam that ball back. So it'll be interesting. Brogan Hanlon and Sam Green are doing a pretty good job as the scrum half, fly half combo. Doing a pretty good job of getting it out on time, feeding it to the forwards one play and then to the backs the other. Anyways, there's crouching, there's binding. They set. Feeds it in.
Penn with a little bit of a push.
Yeah,
but Lasso will push him back. Here's Brogan to Anthem. Bit behind JP.
A little bit of a
Marco
fumble bumble.
Can't pick it up, and they'll call a knock on. And yet another scrum. Polly doodle of the day, I tell you. Now, scrums are one of those things that it's basically like what everyone thinks rugby. They think, oh, guys binding together and pushing against each other. And yeah, it's basically a lot of rugby. That's how you get the ball back in play on things like knocks, not straight calls, and if there's ever a time off and the sir calls for an injury, for example, you would usually call a scrum afterwards.
Anyways, it looks like they're going for another 8-man pick. And he smashes through, but he's finally brought to the ground by Brogan Hanlon.
Nice tackle from a little guy, but he sure gets some big guys down. Looks like Penn knocking on the doorstep. They're trying to hold him up. La Salette pushing. Are they in? La Salette will hold it up. That's like their signature move. La Salette has been very good at holding up tries. We've seen it in the varsity last year, especially with Charles Prather and Gerard Nieder holding up a try to win the game against the Kansas City Junior Blues, and many other games, especially in the Midwest tournament. But here's La Salette JV. Superior defense on the line.
Oh, looks like they're trying to go in for another try, but somebody went under
held
again.
Up again.
Nope.
Another held up. Now that's that's really good defense from La Salette, making sure to get underneath that ball so that they can't place it. Because for it to be a try, you have to place the ball into the try zone. Patrick McDonald just misses it. Marco Cruz can't really get a hand on it.
14's being a little bit shifty, but he's finally brought to the ground, crushed to his knees.
Looks like there'll be a high tackle penalty awarded to Penn. Quick tap. They get to a forward pod. Joey C. ready to tackle. Oh! And he does with pristine form. And they get back up, pass it to another forward pod. Zeke Mendoza will take that one his own size. Long out. They get to the 10. Now La Salette making those tackles. Number 10 trying to weasel his way through to get to the try line. Pass it out. La Salette again. Team tackle. Now team tackles are the way to go because you get more force. The sir will call time off. What for? We shall find out.
Yeah, once again, like I was saying before, La Salette likes to use their backs when they're going into the try. It looks like Penn is enjoying a little bit more of the, their players are definitely a little bit bigger than our guys, and they're definitely going to use their bigger forwards to try to smash in. But, luckily we do have a Mendoza and a Cadano and Blood, and even our smaller guys like Hanlon and the two Agbaps. They're doing a pretty good job of stopping their north and south players.
And here'll be a scrum to restart the play. Sub coming in for Penn. Looks like their hooker and their flanker needs a sub. Number 6 coming in.
Anyways, they crouch, they bind. There's a set. Pound that ball, and it goes in.
Looks like there's a bit of an imperfection in the scrum. Sir blows his whistle. Somebody must have collapsed somewhere. Has a word with the forward lines, front lines, to probably something wrong with the binding or the. It's all about safety, because scrums could be, if you're scrumming not correctly, bad things can happen.
Anyways, they crouch, they bind, and for some reason he pounds the ball on the guy's back again. Anyways, it comes back out. Penn keeps it. Oh, he overshoots that one. A little fumble. That looked like a knock.
The ball's trying to run away from us, say. Now that's a rascally varmint. You got to head him off at the pass. Tell that he ain't a cowboy. Vegas, another scrum. Yay. Now, at a certain point, scrums get really annoying for the forwards because scrums do involve, well, for the backs, they're great because you get a nice little rest. Or forwards, you have to do push again, push again. Let's see people breathe in your face again. Ball out the side of the scrum. Free kick for Penn.
Ooh, that's definitely not what we wanted to do. Not when they're almost inside our 22. Anyways, they take it, and they're going to do one of those forward smashy things.
More like a forward weave thing. It looks like he went a bit to the right, took a step to the left, 2 steps to the right. Couldn't really do it all in that, I don't think, though.
Anyways, they get it out to their back line, but they come into contact with our defensive line, although they do make a couple meters before we finally bring them down.
Looked like Quinn got on the back of him, but couldn't quite pull him back and ended up pushing him forward a tad. Looks like there will be put back to it. There must be advantage somewhere.
Another penalty awarded to Penn.
Looks like they're debating whether they should kick for points or to just take it in. Looks like they're going to take it in. Here's the flanker, number 6.
Oh, Hugh Dvorak takes him right down.
And the sir will call not rolling away penalty for the Kingsman. Get to number 6 again.
He's getting
right
dangerously close to the try line.
They're pushing it. Number 1
smashing it in. Can La Salette pull off their signature move and get under it? And held up.
Held up again. Now I say 3 held up. Now that's a tough move right there. That's tough. And that'll be halftime.
All right. That was a pretty exciting game to begin with. You know, La Salette's definitely doing a great job. So I'll sign off now, say thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you in about a week.
Farewell, Malachi. Thanks for having you. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this second half of the JV game. Currently, La Salette JV is absolutely dominating, crushing, smashing, etc. I'm Elijah Hall, and I'm here with Simon Cook. Simon, how are you doing?
I'm doing just fine, Eli. It's a bit of a cold, blustery day, but great day for rugby.
I agree. Here's the kick to begin second half.
Underway.
Picked up by
Quinn Murray.
A sideways ruck there, Johnny Bronner. Looks like Johnny Bronner subbing in for Sam Green.
Yeah. Sam's gotten a lot better at scrum half. I remember last year on development, Mr. Lanter had a lot of... Actually, never mind. I don't know. I heard he wasn't that good last year, but this year he's gotten a lot better.
I agree. Seeing some good stuff from old Sam.
Yeah.
Now, Johnny Bronner was subbing varsity, but he didn't really get in the game, so they're probably giving him another shot with this JV game.
Yep.
Here's the line. Seaweed Johnny and Ben Blood will get the tackle. Now it looks like Penn will start off early into the 22 for this first half. Now their backs are spread out pretty far, and they'll cut
inside.
inside.
There's a breakthrough.
He'll break another tackle. He'll dive inside.
And he's in for the try.
Penn, right out the bat in the second half, will score a try. Way to come back from all the first half where La Salette just kept pounding and pounding and pounding. Now they know that they may be bloody but unbowed.
That is very true.
Now La Salette knows they got something to put up against, because Penn didn't just drive 3 hours to go and get themselves whooped.
Yeah.
They come to fight. They're gonna win. So they're gonna put up that fight. Here's the kick. Wind's picking up quite a bit, so he's gonna have to definitely put it a bit farther out than he would think, and it's good.
He'll put that up, and La Salette will go back to the line for the kickoff.
Lake Wall line judging on one side, and then Penn person line judging on the other. Jose Morelos, the manager for the JV. Now who's gonna kick it? Looks like Marco Cruz is gonna go for it. Marco Cruz,
The athletic Mexican that plays basketball and rugby, and is very good at both. With
nice
a spectacular drop kick. Ooh, and it looks like it's gonna bounce out into the touch.
Penn line out. Now, we haven't really seen many lineouts this game. Mostly just La Salette lineouts with Joseph Gadano throwing them in. But now it looks like Penn will get a chance to show what kind of lineout strats they have.
Yep, and it'll give us a chance to show if we have good lineout defense, see if we can steal it. We did that several times in the A-side game. Stole it quite a lot.
Not
Close.
quite here.
Oh,
looks
and it looks like it's
drop
going to be a knock-on.
That's a bummer, dude.
Yep.
Knock on around a 10-meter line, and resulting in the first scrum of the second half.
It's going to be a scrum towards the Lions.
And we'll see what they can cook up off this. Will it be chicken salad sandwiches or salmon avocado sandwiches or something like that?
Hopefully it's something
we
good.
like the sandwiches.
I like sandwiches.
We don't like
Sandwiches
it
are
when
good.
people cook oil, though.
No.
No oil.
No.
Johnny Bronner playing scrum half.
Yeah.
Looks like an early engagement. And the ref and the sir will have a word, and it'll be another free kick. This is the second time there's a penalty off a scrum against La Salette. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's like the early push or something like that. I don't think you're not supposed to push until the ball is put in.
I think so too. And they're
Number
gonna
10 kind of gets lost and has to stop and recess the situation, passes the ball, so someone else gets tackled.
oh, they're right through the hands of one, and it's gonna be a nice tackle there by Benedict Blood.
Little blue scrum cap. Ball out to random person number 5. And a nice team tackle from Benedict Blood again. And Hugh Dvorak. Now, Hugh Dvorak he's kind of short, kind of stubby, but hey, he can get really low, which gets him those tackles pretty quickly, pretty easily. He's also super aggressive. I would not want to run Run into him in an alleyway.
JP Agbaperon almost with the interception, but that's going to be a knock-on. And a scrum to Penn.
Also, we have another sub, Zachary Mendoza, Zeke Mendoza's younger brother, who's a freshman. He is playing, looks like he's playing flanker.
Yeah.
And Mason Wilson is also in playing wing, it would seem, for the JV.
Looks like they're going to crouch.
Sir making sure that everyone's in the right positions.
They crouch.
Sir teaching them how to scrum.
They bind. And they set. And the ball is in.
Yeah, it looks like
And
Penn
Penn's going to win. And then Redhead's going to kick it off. Down. Mason Wilson with the recovery.
He'll cut aside. Oh, nice little spin move there. Breaks a couple tackles before. Oh, he's still up. Oh, now he's down.
That was a nice return for Mason Wilson. He's a little guy, but he's fast and he can get.
Marco Cruz.
He's got quick feet. Marco Cruz.
Smears him.
Nice tackle.
A little chip kick. Oh, looks like Salette will steal it. Looks like he worked that out. Here's Zeke Mendoza.
Picked by Zeke Mendoza and
the try. Zeke Mendoza will pound his way in for another. He's got 2.
second try of the game for Zeke Mendoza.
Tell you what, he's a big boy. No one really wants to tackle him. He's kind of scary to. You got those big guys coming at you. It's kind of scary to, you don't really want to wrap them and bring him down because you're like, just, psychological.
Yeah. Think
You
you're
know
gonna
what I
get.
mean.
Yeah.
Looks like Johnny Bronner will be kicking. They call him Seaweed. Well, some people call him Seaweed.
How come?
Because, well, in basketball, he entangles the other team in an irresistible mood. Because he's just, I don't know.
Just cause?
Yeah. Father Carly gave him the nickname.
That's cool.
In any case, I always say it for rugby because, there's a legend that he's never missed a tackle.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, that
what
kick
a
is
kick!
good. Whoa!
I've never seen Johnny kick before, but that was a
Looks like the
that was a smasher right down the middle.
Woo.
What a kick!
Sorry, Owen, but you can't do that.
Yeah.
That was pristine. It inched his way inside that right bar, and with the wind, that was phenomenal.
That was a very good kick.
In any case, here comes Penn, gonna boot it back. Now they did score the first try of the second half, but Salette counter-tried. And I'll see if Salette will counter-try again.
Nice kick, and it's gonna go to Marco Cruz, and Marco Cruz is gonna take it.
Woo-hoo.
He's gonna kick it away.
He sends
It's a
a
nice
bomba.
kick. Oh, and it bounces back. JP Agbaperon with the chase.
Little red scrum cap.
Trying to take it.
Ceases to
Ooh!
exist.
And JP takes him out.
In from the side, penalty awarded to
Penn. Little red scrum cap taking a while to get up. Looks like he's walking it off though, which is good.
They're kicking to touch. Well,
Except for not to touch. And there goes Brogan Hanlon with the recovery. And he's gonna go down. And he's gonna pass it off to Zach Mendoza,
woo!
who's gonna take
Where'd
that
boy
into
go?
contact. Take a couple of people to bring him down.
Johnny Bronner gets that pass right off in time.
Marco Cruz.
Cuts
Oh,
inside.
Marco's got. Oh. Gives it to
Offload
JP. Oh,
JP's
JP's.
down the middle, and he'll softly touch it down for a try, cradling the baby. JP Agbaperon from D.C., Virginia, something around that area.
Yeah. A nice play set up by Marco there, creating the gap for JP to hit, take through. Set it up, easy kick for Johnny. Hopefully he can nail this one.
And it'll be another kick down the middle for John Bronner, probably. Well, unless the bumblebees in the sky push the ball back out.
Which is known to happen.
which has happened before to other people. In any case, La Salette will already break the huddle and start setting up again.
Right down the middle for Johnny Bronner.
Kick is good.
He'll trot back to the line for the setup, and the Lions will receive the kick.
Now, the nice thing about kicking penalty kicks, conversions, is that you get a lot of points, especially if your team scores a lot. So,
Yeah.
Zeke Mendoza's got 10 points from his 2 tries, but everyone else has got 5. Now, Johnny hasn't scored at all today, but he's got 4 because he can kick.
Yep.
Owen's got 2. Owen probably should have 6. But the win got hard, and he's a new kicker, so that's right. Zeke Mendoza. Oh!
Trucks one.
Sends him to the ground.
Gives it to
Here's
Quinn Murray.
Stiff arm. Amazing play from Quinn. And a nice right over from Hugh. Here's Marco.
Gives
To
it
JP. JP. To Brogan. Brogan. To James.
James taking it down the try line. He's going to offload it to Anthem Hodal. Anthem's going to give it back into James, but he was out, it looks like. So it's going to be a line out to, I don't know which team yet.
It's going to be a line out to Penn.
That one. Yeah.
Because he's going to get, if you get pushed out of bounds, it's going to be or if steps out of bounds, other teams line out.
I haven't seen too many lineouts today, at least for Penn. There have been a few for La Salette. Ball's up. Penn's going to take it. Swing it out. We're going to take it into contact, and it's going to be a nice tackle from Ben Blood. Number 10. Ooh. Another tackle. Johnny Bronner. Zeke Mendoza with a poach. He's going to take it down. He's going to truck one. Oh, he's going to give it to Johnny Bronner. Johnny Bronner out to JP Ibeperone, and he's going to place it down for the try.
What a play.
What a play. What a steal by Zeke Mendoza. He's going to give it to, and then Johnny Bronner sets up JP for another try.
Now, that try was great and all, but what I was most excited about, number 22, Little Red Scrum Cap, was the only guy who was able to tackle Zeke. Now, that's tough.
Because Little Red Scrum
tough.
Cap is a little boy, and Zeke Mendoza is a big boy.
Right.
It's a good tackle.
According to physics, he should not exist currently, but wow. That was a good tackle. He stopped that try, but unfortunately his teammates couldn't really,
do anything else. I think that's JP's second try of the day.
JP's number 2.
So that'll put him up with Zeke for 10 points.
Johnny Bronner with another kick. We'll see how this one goes. And it's up high and mighty. Oh, just a bit on the outside. Close, but no cigar.
It's all right. Johnny's already got 2 kicks down.
2 for 3. That's 66%, 67% for rounding up, which is pretty good for a kicker in high school.
Yeah. Especially a kicker who doesn't kick much.
I'm sure he practices a bit. He's also really good at what's it? Shoot, no, who was that? Who was I about to talk about?
Really good at it.
Okay, I lost my train of thought because Joe Lanthier just handed me my bandana that somebody stole. In any case, kicks up. Here's Johnny. Right on back, kind of a duck.
And they're going to pick it up, and he's going to take it.
Looks like the serve's not going to call a knock-on. Ball went backwards.
But
so
he does
call offsides instead on
Penn.
Marco Cruz looks like they'll send him to kick the touch.
Kick is up. And that's going to a line out to La Salette. It was a good kick by Marco. Gave him good meters, but still sending it out.
Now La Salette will get to show what they can do. Again. Well, Joey C has thrown 2 not straight lineouts, but that can be fixed.
And I mean, the wind is pretty bad too, so that might have something to do with it.
Oh, it definitely does. A bit high.
And looks like Penn's going to steal it.
No,
we steal it back. Ben Blood. He's going to get it back from Penn.
Seaweed.
And then Johnny
Took
Bronner
it himself.
to Marco.
Marco.
To JP. To nobody. But picked up by Mason Wilson, and he's going to take it down. He's going to cut in.
Oh, he cuts back. Oh, the outlet to James. Here's James Dagbatperone.
Oh.
Blows it. But that's okay. It's all a learning experience.
Yep.
It's close. In any case,
It's a
Penn
good
will
play.
get it. They'll probably box kick it. I was right. Well, I've never seen a box kick like that before. But
Me either. Marco Cruz back.
the drop kick.
Oh. Oh, just short. But Pat McDonald, isn't able to pick it up, and Penn's going to touch it down.
That was an amazing. That was a pretty good kick. It had good spiral, just didn't quite have the distance. It was from right behind the 22-meter line. So that's pretty good accuracy.
And it was against the wind, too. But it was a good kick.
Against the wind.
Looks
Slicing
like
and dicing the air. When I first saw it go, I was like, oh, man, that's going in. But then he's not really moved that far.
Penn's going to have a goal line drop to Anthem Hodal, who's going to pass it off. And looks like it's going to be a knock-on. But it's going to go out.
Yep, out of bounds.
But it looks like the ref's going to play the knock-on, and it'll be a scrum to Penn.
Chirp, 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 chirp.
Salette scrums have been looking pretty good, nice and low. A lot of power in there.
Almost got it professional. And professionals get really low, but usually they'll have to come up for scrums a lot because they'll collapse and such.
Yep.
Well, here we go. Salette scrums.
They crouch, they bind, and they set. And the ball's in, and it looks like Penn's gonna win it.
And they do.
And they do. But
no, they don't.
something happened.
Another re-scrum. 2 Salette. Something a little illegal happened in there.
Hopefully Salette can win this one. Hopefully it won't get stolen, and then we can swing it out and get another try off of it. You're gonna crouch, bind, and set, and Johnny Bronner's gonna put that in.
Pulls it out. Passes it out. Here's Marco to JP, to James. James at Batperone. Long pass at the Brogan. Brogan will get it to Anthem. Anthem will keep it. Anthem will take it in. He'll get tackled. And now we got some rucking over. Oh, well, no rucking over. Well, thankfully they can't really grab the ball, but penalty.
Ref's gonna.
Offsides. Close but no cigar again.
It looks like Penn's gonna kick for touch. Hopefully get a line out.
I say they kick for points.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
just kidding. No, that's me. Mason
Wilson
can't get it.
almost bats it back in. It looks like Penn's gonna have the line out.
Mason's just a bit too short. But that's okay. We got a first line out on this side of the field. And Salette. Can we get something going? Looks like a sub. Jacob Stafke subbing in for Joseph Cadano.
Benedict Blood being lifted for the line out. Quinn Murray and Hugh Dvorak are lifting. Also, it's going to set up for defense. And Penn's going to win that line out.
Hugh just
nice tackle from
jumps on
Hugh.
top of him. Add that to the forwards. Big boy. Takes that 6 guys to tackle him.
But they get him down.
I don't know what kind of ruck that was, but that would have gotten blown over if Toby was playing.
Oh!
Oh, Seaweed Johnny!
With the
What a
interception.
play. Oh, my goodness. This is going back to advantage, but that was a power move right there.
What a snag.
They should call him Legarius Sneed. And there'll be a scrum to
Penn?
Penn, yes.
Yeah.
are correct, sir. Crouch. Bind. Set. Ball's in. Looks like it'll come out. And I can't really tell. Oh, yeah, it comes out. Number 10. Gets to there. Johnny Bronner trips him up. We can count that as a tackle. Bodies flying and not releasing.
That's good.
On us. Penalty to Penn. Oh, penalty to Salette. Quick tap. Here's Marco.
Long pass to Anthem
Oh,
Hodal.
what an amazing pass.
Down the sideline. Oh, he's going in. He breaks a tackle. He breaks another. And he's
can't be
in.
stopped. Look at that All-American boy go. They can't touch him.
Anthem Hodal in for that try. His second of the day. Gonna increase La Salette's lead
by a lot. Score now 53-7. That's just disrespectful.
It's a good lead for La Salette. It's been a good game. JV's been doing everything pretty well.
Just like last year. Last year our JV team, they won Midwest, beating Pendleton. I think they beat Ignatius as well. And they beat, I forgot what other team they beat.
I don't think JV lost a single game last year.
No, they didn't. Well, there was that one time while JV was at Midwest when the reserve side played one of their games for them and got beat by South Suburban. And so when our JV went to play Fox Valley the next week, the coach was like, well, we beat Fox Valley. The JV beat Fox Valley by like 30 or something like that. And the coach was wondering, like, how? It's like, didn't these guys lose to South Suburban? It's like, oh, that was our reserve side. our actual JV was at Midwest winning championships.
Yeah.
And here's the drop kick.
And it's going to go down. JP Agbat-Perone is going to recover it. He's going to take it. He's going to get brought down.
Here's a nice strong ruck. And he's able to place it. Marco. Here's the kick. That's going to bounce straight for the touch line. Will Mason be able to get to it? Oh! He wasn't.
It's going to be a penalty to Penn for tackling the player before he has the ball. And Penn's going to kick for touch. But Mason Wilson's going to be able to bat it back in. And there's Ben Blood going down. Pass to Patty McDonald. Patty McDonald out to JP. JP breaks a tackle and another. And he's finally brought down. Offload it.
Seaweed Johnny. He'll cut inside. He'll offload. What's going on? Processing. Scrum.
Scrum to Penn.
Knock on. But Johnny tried to offload it. Probably someone was there. That was a pretty good sequence of events, though. And I'll start with that save from Mason Wilson. All the way at about the 35-meter line on La Salette's side. He'll take it all the way down to about, well, I'd say 75 meters or so. Pretty good play. Pretty good run. Patrick McDonald, especially Marco Cruz, and JP, big parts in that. Looks like there's some discussion going on. And they get the signal to go.
They're all set up for the scrum. They're going to crouch. Bind. And they set. And the ball's in. And Penn wins it. Looks like it's an 8-man pick.
John Bronner will get an ankle, and Anthony Hodal will finish off the
tackle.
Yes, tackle. It looks like there's some penalty offsides awarded to Penn against La Salette. Number 10, looks like they're going to kick to touch. Oh, no, quick tap into the forwards. Here he goes, number 14, and McDonald holding him up, and James will pull his legs out from underneath him as Elo stands dumbfounded. Here's a, oh, what
number
a tackle
10.
from Hugh Dvorak.
It's going to be a penalty awarded to Penn. Looks like it's offsides.
Are they going to go to touch, or are they going to go quick tap? Looks like their team's having a discussion. They go to touch. Well,
except for not to touch. And there's broken handling.
Brogan, he'll get taken to down. Ball's
Good
out.
counter. Zach Mendoza is going to take it. Give it to Johnny. Johnny's going to kick it down. It's a nice kick.
Here's the chase. Anthony Hodal take it down. Will he get the tackle? Anthony Hodal.
Oh, what a tackle.
I say, jolly good show, chap. What?
I said
And here we go. Ball's back out. Penn will have to deal with another 70, 80-meter deficit. Whistle's blown. And they still played through the whistle. I guess that's kind of good mentality.
It looks like Johnny Bronner's got a yellow card.
Gets a yellow card.
And it's going to be a penalty awarded to Penn.
I don't know what happened there. I didn't quite see it.
Looked like it was offsides, but I'm not sure.
Maybe for a repeated offense. Sometimes if you do something many times and the ref warns you, he will give you a yellow card if you do it again. That happens with the team too. Like if 3 or 4 guys do it, and then like you just happen to be that one guy who does it that last time, and then ref catches you, and you're like,
Yep.
That's oh well. And it's off to the sin bin you go.
And Penn kicks to touch, and it looks like it's going to be a line out to Penn. In between the 22 and the 50.
Indeed, sir. That'll be a line out for Penn. And we will
Not straight.
I say. Not straight. That's usually how it works. Because of the wind, it seems like there's been quite a few not straight calls, 2 for each team.
So it looks like it's going to be a scrum to La Salette. And it looks like Mason Wilson is going to be playing scrum half for Johnny Bronner.
I don't think Mason's ever played scrum half before, so it's going to be something new for him. See how he does. He'll get the ball out.
Nice pass to
Good
Marco.
pass to Marco. Uh-oh, trash bag on the field. Broken handling. Get inside, look at offload, but not quite.
Out to Zach Mendoza. He's going to get it out to Patty McDonald.
Basketball pass to Zeke Mendoza. Zeke is still moving. Oh, what an offload. Here's
Anthony
Hodal.
Hodal.
Again, he's going. Oh, he kind of gets hit right at the try line. Jake Stapke there to support. So we'll call timeoff. Yeah, another good phase there from La Salette. Again, back play. Back play is really good. Because usually that's how the backs work.
Yep. Passing it out, looking for gaps. There appears to be a player down on the field.
Yeah, La Salette's offense isn't pretty good using the backs and such. Because the backs are a big part of La Salette because La Salette does have a lot of speed. And the speed and all that.
Good ball handling.
Yeah, I say the passing has been looking pretty good actually. I was quite surprised. Sub coming in for Penn. Big man coming in for small man. Looks like it'll be a scrum now to restart the play. Zach Mendoza realizes that he's supposed to be in the scrum. And he books it over there and gets in his flanker position. Mason Wilson, again, subbing for John Bronner at scrum half. Laszlo will have to do without a wing. Well, James can play wing well enough. Looks like he got Anthem, all the way over to the other side. Here's the tap. Here's the put in. Wow, I say, good job, Mason Wilson. He'll take it himself. Gets it to Cruz. Out to Brogan. To James. James, of course, he ain't going to pass that. James Agbapara will put down the try.
His second of the day. Setting up tough kick for whoever's going to kick it.
I think Marco is probably the one kicking. Now, Marco is a pretty good kicker. He played soccer in Mexico, and he apparently is he's actually quite phenomenal at soccer. He's very good. I think he wanted to play professionally, and he definitely could have. And he still is, even though he doesn't really practice soccer anymore, he still is amazing at kicking it, as we see whenever we play in the spring or whatever. He just owns people. It's kind of crazy, and it's kind of embarrassing if you're the one getting owned. But you can always see it in his kicking. The pristine form, the way he's using that. Boom.
It's a nice kick from Marco,
Right
and that'll be in. Tack on to La Salette's lead.
And Marco Cruz will go back to position as everybody goes and tries to get ready to
receive.
Yes, receive.
Looks like Penn's going to be kicking it off.
And here's the kickoff again. Just goes 10.
To Hugh Dvorak, who's going to plow his way ahead for some extra meters. Mason Wilson out to Marco Cruz. Marco with a nice kick. And chased by JP.
He's going to kick straight out, and Sebastian Cook will catch it out on the sideline. What a catch from old Seb. Sebastian Cook is wondering why his younger brother is broadcasting. Well, probably because Father Carlisle said so. And Simon Cook wanted so badly to broadcast. It's almost like, and he's actually not that bad at it. He's probably better than Sebastian is.
Line out to La Salette is 1, and Mason Wilson will kick it out for the
And
final
that's
play of the game.
La Salette will superiorize, utter, total, superior, utter, amazing domination again at Tyke Nolman Field 2.
What
An amazing,
amazing performance by the Lions today.
Definitely. And again, beating a rival, even if it is just a JV game, you are beating a rival team, and this is the future of La Salette Rugby right here. I'm Elijah Hall.
Simon Cook.
And thanks for watching La Salette Rugby. Next game, developmental side.